Hello students, I am Ankit Kumar, PGT Economics, and I am here to take class of Economics for 12th standard. In this video, we will study about national income and its related aggregates. Let's start. National income. Some people think that income of government is national income, but it is not correct. Income of the government is included in government budget. Later on, we will discuss about budget in third unit. National income is sum total of factory income earned by normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. National income is also defined as the value of all final goods and services produced by normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. It includes two important terms. First, factory income, and second, normal residents of a country. We have studied about factory income and normal residents in last chapter. Keep in mind that if a person is working outside from the territory less than 1 year, only then his income will be part of net factory income from abroad. If a person works more than 1 year in another country, then he will be treated as normal resident of that country. For example, if an Indian works in Japan for less than 1 year, then his income is part of NFIA and included in national income. There are three ways to express national income. First, sum total of values of all final goods and services produced by normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. Second, sum total of values of factory income earned by normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. Third, sum total of values of expenditure incurred on all final goods and services by normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. These ways are the methods of calculating national income. We can measure national income by using any method. Basic aggregates of national income. We can say that national income is value of goods and services. There are many aggregates to measure the value of goods and services in terms of money. Here we will discuss about 8 aggregates. First is gross domestic product at market price. Second, gross domestic product at factory cost. Third, net domestic product at market price. Fourth, net domestic product at factory cost. Fifth, gross national product at market price. Sixth, gross national product at factory cost. Seventh, net national product at market price. And last, net national product at factory cost. In these aggregates, first letter is G or N. G indicates gross and N indicates net. Second letter is D or N. D denotes domestic and N denotes national. Third letter is P, that denotes production. MP denotes market price and FC denotes factory cost. Let's talk about these aggregates. First of all, gross domestic product at market price. It refers to gross market value of all final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. Gross signifies that no provision has been made for depreciation. Domestic signifies that it includes all goods and services produced by all units located within the domestic territory. Market price signifies that it includes amount of indirect taxes paid and excludes amounts of subsidy received. That means it includes net indirect taxes. You know that net indirect taxes is equal to indirect taxes minus subsidies. Gross domestic product at factory cost. It is the gross money value of all the final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. When we exclude net indirect taxes from GDP at market price, it converts into GDP at factor cost. GDP at factor cost or gross domestic production at factor cost is equal to GDP at market price minus net indirect taxes. Next, net domestic product at market price. It is the net market value of all final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. NDP at market price is equal GDP at market price minus depreciation. Next, net domestic product at factor cost. It is the net money value of all the final goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country during a period of 1 year. NDP at factor cost is equal GDP at market price minus CFC minus NIT. NDP at factor cost is also known as domestic income. These first four aggregates are known as domestic aggregates. Domestic aggregates are the measures of the value of goods and services produced in the domestic territory. Next four aggregates are related to national concept. National aggregates are the measures of earning of the normal residents of a country, both inside and outside the domestic territory. Next, gross national product at market price. It is the gross market value of all the final goods and services produced by the normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. GNP at market price is equal GDP at market price plus net factory income from abroad. Next, gross national product at factor cost. It is the gross money value of all the final goods and services produced by the normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. GNP at factor cost is equal GDP at market price plus net factory income from abroad minus net indirect taxes. Next is net national product at market price. It is the net market value of all the final goods and services produced by the normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. NNP at market price is equal GDP at market price minus depreciation plus net factory income from abroad. Next is net national product at factor cost. It is the net money value of all the final goods and services produced by the normal residents of a country during a period of 1 year. NNP at factor cost is equal GDP at market price minus depreciation plus net factory income from abroad minus net indirect taxes. NNP at factor cost is also known as national income. It should be noted that when we talk about national income, we are talking about NNP at factor cost. Now we will discuss about difference between domestic income and national income. First column is basis, second column is domestic income, and third column is national income. First basis is nature. Domestic income is territorial concept as it is the value of all final goods and services produced within a domestic territory. National income is national concept as it is the value of all final goods and services produced by normal residents of a country. Second column is category of producer. Domestic income considers all producer within the domestic territory. National income considers all producers who are normal residents of the country. Third basis is NFIA or net factory income from abroad. Domestic income does not include net factory income from abroad. National income includes net factory income from abroad as it is the value of domestic product plus net contribution from rest of the world. Now we will differentiate between GDP at market price and national income, that is NNP at factor cost. First column is basis, Second column is gross domestic product at market price, and third column is net national product at factor cost. First basis is nature. GDP is a territorial concept, NNP is a national concept. Second basis is category of producers. GDP considers all producers within the domestic territory as it is domestic aggregate. NNP considers the producers who are normal residents of the country as it is the national aggregate. Third basis is NIT or net indirect taxes. GDP at the rate market price includes NIT as it is the market value of goods and services. NNP at factor cost excludes NIT as it is paid to factors of production which does not include taxes and subsidies. Fourth basis is depreciation. GDP at market price is inclusive of depreciation as it is gross value. NNP does not include depreciation as it is net value. Now we will study about relationship among the aggregates of national income. National income aggregates can be grouped into two broad sets of aggregates. First, domestic aggregates. Second, national aggregates. Regarding the relationship among the different aggregates of national income, three things are important. First is gross versus net. Second, national versus domestic. And third, market price versus factor cost. So first we will talk about gross versus net. The words gross and net are used as the first word in any national income related concept. A gross aggregate becomes net aggregate when depreciation is deducted from it. So the difference between gross and net is depreciation. Net is equal to gross minus depreciation. Gross is equal to net plus depreciation. National versus domestic. The word national and domestic are used in the middle in any national income related concept. A domestic aggregate becomes national aggregate when NFIA is added in it. So the difference between national and domestic aggregate is equal to net factor income from abroad. National is equal to domestic plus NFIA. Domestic is equal to national minus NFIA. Market price versus factor cost. The words market price and factor cost are used as the last word in any national income related concept. A market price aggregate becomes factor cost aggregate when NIT is deducted from it. You should know that NIT is equal to indirect taxes minus subsidies. Factor cost is equal market price minus NIT. Market price is equal to factor cost plus NIT. Now we will discuss about steps of conversion of aggregates. We are often required to calculate one of the basic aggregate out of other aggregates. Suppose that we have to calculate NNP at factor cost from GDP at market price. Steps which are being taken. First step, formulate an equation by putting aggregates to be calculated on left hand side and aggregate given on the right hand side. We have to calculate NNP at factor cost, so we write it on left hand side. NNP at factor cost is equal GDP at market price plus minus adjustments. Second step, identify the adjustments and calculate the answer. In this example, we will subtract CFC and NIT from GDP at market price and add NFIA. Then we will get NNP at factor cost. NNP at factor cost is equal GDP at market price minus CFC plus NFIA minus NIT. Now we will convert different aggregates into NNP at factor cost. Suppose Our first aggregate is GDP at market price. We will write NNP at factor cost at left hand side. Then put equal symbol and write GDP at market price. Now we will put adjustments. NNP at factor cost is net concept and GDP at market price is gross concept. So we will subtract depreciation or CFC. Now we change domestic into national, so we will add NFIA. Then change market price, so subtract NIT. In second situation, GDP at factor cost is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal GDP at factor cost minus CFC to convert gross into net plus NFIA to convert domestic into national. In next situation, GNP at market price is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal GNP at market price minus CFC to convert gross into net minus NIT to convert market price into factor cost. In next situation, GNP at factor cost is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal GNP at factor cost minus CFC to convert gross into net. In next situation, NDP at market price is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal NDP at market price plus NFIA to convert domestic into national minus NIT to convert market price into factor cost. In next situation, NDP at factor cost is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal NDP at factor cost plus NFIA to convert domestic into national. In next situation, NNP at market price is given. Write NNP at factor cost equal NNP at market price minus NIT to convert market price into factor cost. We will discuss the numericals of the conversion of different aggregates in a separate video. Now we will discuss about real GDP and nominal GDP. Real GDP. When GDP of a given year is estimated on the basis of price of base year, it is called real GDP. It is the value measured at constant prices of all goods and services produced in the domestic territory during a year. It is obtained by multiplying the goods and services produced in the current year with the prices prevailing in the base year. Nominal GDP. When GDP of a given year is estimated on the basis of price of the same year, it is called nominal GDP. It is the value measured at current prices of all final goods and services produced in the domestic territory during a year. It is obtained by multiplying the goods and services produced in the current year with the price prevailing in the current year. Example of real and nominal GDP. We draw a table. First we take commodity, then output in current year, then price in current year, then price in base year, then market value at current price, then market value at base price. Suppose first commodity is A. Output in current year is 500 unit. Price in current year is 25 rupees per unit. Price in base year is 20 rupees per unit. Then market value at current price is 25 into 500 is equal to 12,500 rupees. Market value at base price is 20 into 500 is equal to 10,000 rupees. Second commodity is B. Output in current year is 200 units. Price in current year is 20 rupees per unit. Price in base year is 10 rupees per unit. Then market value at current price is 20 into 200 is equal to 4,000 rupees. Market value at base price is 10 into 200 is equal to 2,000 rupees. Third commodity is C. Output in current year is 100 units. Price in current year is 10 rupees per unit. Price in base year is 5 rupees per unit. Then market value at current price is 10 into 100 is equal to 1000 rupees. Market value at base price is 5 into 100 is equal to 500 rupees. Total market value at current price is 17,500 rupees, that is nominal GDP. Total market value at base price is 12,500 rupees, that is real GDP. We can compare with previous year's GDP. Suppose last year's GDP is 10,000. First we think growth in GDP from last year is 7,500 rupees. But it is nominal value only. Actual growth is only 2,500 rupees. Now we will discuss about advantages of real GDP. Real GDP is useful in finding out the effects of increased production of goods and services on the real development capacity of the economy. Real GDP also enables one to make year-to-year comparison of the change in growth rate. It is also used in making international comparison of economic performances across the countries. Difference between real GDP and nominal GDP. First column is basis, second column is real GDP, and third column is nominal GDP. First basis is meaning. Real GDP is the value of current output at base year prices. Nominal GDP is the value of current product at current year prices. Second basis is alternative name. Real GDP is also called GDP at constant prices, as it is measured at base year prices. Nominal GDP is also known as GDP at current prices. Third basis is change. Real GDP can increase only when output of goods and services rise. Nominal GDP can rise either when output rises or current prices rise. Fourth basis is reliable index. Real GDP is a reliable index of economic growth and economic welfare. Nominal GDP is not a reliable index of economic growth and welfare. Fifth basis is measurement. Formula for measurement of real GDP is base year price into current year output. Formula for measurement of nominal GDP is current year price into current year output. Conversion of nominal GDP into real GDP. Real GDP is equal nominal GDP divided by current price index into 100. In our last example, price index number is 140. Then 17,500 divided by 140 into 100 is equal 12,500. That is real GDP. Conversion of real GDP into nominal GDP. Nominal GDP is equal to real GDP into current price index divided by 100. In our last example, price index number is 140, then 12,500 into 140 divided by 100 is equal to 17,500. That is nominal GDP. GDP deflator. It measures the average level of prices of all goods and services produced in the economy during an accounting year. It is equal to price index number. It shows changes in GDP because of change in price level. GDP deflator is equal to nominal GDP divided by real GDP into 100. In our last example, 17,500 divided by 12,500 into 100 is equal to 140. That is GDP deflator. It is also equal to price index number. Now we will discuss about GDP and welfare. GDP is often considered as an index of welfare of the people. GDP is a measure of economy's production. Welfare means sense of material well-being among the people. It depends on greater per head availability of goods and services. A higher GDP means more production of goods and services. So higher GDP is generally taken as greater welfare of people. But more goods and services may not necessarily indicate that the people were better off during the year. This generalization may not be correct due to some reason. First reason is distribution of GDP. It is possible that with rise in GDP, inequalities in the distribution may also increase. This may happen when increased GDP is concentrated in few hands. Maximum part of income will be distributed among the rich persons. GDP does not take account into changes in inequalities in the distribution of income, so welfare may not rise as much as rise in the GDP. Second reason is composition of GDP. If product mix has more of war goods, then destruction will increase and welfare will reduce. Similarly, increase in GDP may be purely due to an increase in the goods which are not socially desirable, like liquor, cigarettes, drugs, etc. This will surely not enhance the economic welfare. Third reason is change in prices. If increase in GDP is due to rise in prices, not due to increase in production, then this will increase only nominal GDP. This will not enhance economic welfare. Next reason is non-monetary exchanges. Many transactions or activities in the economy are non-market transactions or non-evaluated in monetary terms, but increasing the welfare, like services of a housewife. These activities affect the welfare but not counted in the GDP. GDP may not give us a clear indication of the real level of output and quality of life of a country. Next reason is externalities. Externalities refer to benefits or harms of an activity caused by a firm or an individual for which they are not paid or penalized. Activities which result in benefits to others, like public work for citizens, are termed as positive externalities, and activities which result in harm to others, such as pollution by industrial sector, are termed as negative externalities. Negative externalities reduce the welfare. Positive externalities increase the welfare. Next reason is growth rate of population. GDP doesn't consider the changes in the population of a country. If growth rate of population is higher than the growth rate of GDP, then it will be decrease the per capita availability of goods and services, which will adversely affect the economic welfare. So per capita income is considered as better measurement of welfare than GDP. Conclusion: GDP may not be taken as satisfactory measure of economic welfare. In the context, some economists have suggested the concept of green GNP. Green GNP measures national income or output adjusted for the depletion of natural resources and degradation of the environment. Thank you.